Hello guys and welcome again. So recently I have posted a video where I shocked a group of tourists from Poland on a tiny island in the middle of the Mediterranean by speaking their language fluently. And I have also posted a video where I learned the Maltese language in just 12 hours. So how do I learn languages fast?
So if you have been learning a language for more than 6 months and you can't hold a normal conversation, that's pretty normal. The problem is not you. The problem is in what nobody tells you about language learning and how actually it works.
So in this video, I am going to share with you some tips and tricks on how to learn any language fast and effectively. So it's very important to know that learning a language is actually like going to the gym. When you lift weights consistently, your muscles grow and they get stronger. But the moment you stop, the moment you skip a week or a month, your muscles shrink and they forget. Language works the exact same way. Your brain builds neural pathways when you practice consistently. But when you stop, those pathways weaken and then they disappear. The fastest way to become fluent in a language is to live in the country where they speak it, among its native speakers. But if you can't afford that, is there any other way? There is actually. You can turn your life into a mini class, and that's called the immersion method or the immersion technique. So how does it work? The immersion technique means to surround yourself with the targeted language in a daily basis. For example, you turn the language on your phone into that targeted language. It can be difficult at the beginning, but after a few days, you get used to it, so that whenever you unlock your phone, you learn new words. On social media, for example, you follow only or mostly the accounts and pages that are in that targeted language. So your Instagram feed, your TikTok, your YouTube, fill it with content in the language you are learning. Now, when you are doing what you would normally do, mindlessly scrolling, you are actually getting input. And you use the phrases that you learned from that language in everyday context. For example, you are thirsty and you need to drink water. You tell yourself, jestem spragniony i chcę pić wodę. So you talk to yourself secretly in that language. So with the repetition of such phrases in a daily context and with the time, you become natural in normal conversations with native speakers. So when you are face to face with a real person and you need to speak, the words come out naturally, because your mouth has already practiced them 100 times. You are not translating in your head anymore. So at the beginning of learning a language, avoid learning grammar, because it can really put you off. Because you see children, when they are growing up and acquiring the language, they almost never learn the grammar, but still they can speak correctly. And this is because they built the habit of listening. And one more thing, try to listen in the target language as much as possible. Even if you don't understand, just listen. Because there are some words that are more frequently repeated in a language, and when you hear them many times, you will memorize them. So even if you didn't understand them when you heard them, but because you memorized them, when you look them up in the dictionary, you will never forget their meaning. And this one is really important. Try to acquire a notebook just like this and try to write down the most important words and phrases that you learn on daily basis, and try to have a look at it whenever you have time. For example, when you are commuting to work, or when you are waiting for the bus, or when you take a walk. This will be really very helpful in remembering the words in real conversations. When it comes to pronunciation, sometimes you will face difficult or long words in some languages, like oczywiście or bezwzględności in Polish, or Schwierigkeit in German. Try to divide them into syllables, pronounce those syllables separately one by one, and this will make it easier for you to pronounce them later together. And of course, every language has its personality and its particularity and its own suitable approach to learn it, but that's for another video.